again. So, okay, go live. Have to hit that button, and then it has to think for a minute, and then I have to hit go live again. Hey y'all, we are live.
Yay.
We are.
And hold on, let me triple check on Instagram too. It says in live video. So that's super exciting. Welcome, you guys. I know we put out a post a little early. It was going to be Nikki Hage and Kim Yardia talking about local networking. But I dropped the ball because I've been on the road. I've been in Vegas. I've been in Orlando. I've been all over Louisiana. And I didn't make any phone calls to confirm that. So they are going to be on next week. It's going to be a great show. I already saw what they're going to discuss. It's going to be exciting and new faces, new blood, new information. So, yeah, if anybody doesn't know us, I am Susan K. Worley. And this way. That's Yardia Fredrickson. And then down, the one and only, the badass Baylee. And we are joining you here tonight to talk about why women of FWA and member benefits. Ooh. Very exciting.
Very exciting. So I think the first thing that I wanted to know, because I wasn't involved in the beginning with FWA, the women of FWA, so I'd like to know how the name came about,
Baylee, was that not wild?
Yeah, it was definitely like we went back and forth, and then we went back and forth on so many things. I wasn't at like the very first meeting, but I hopped in like a couple weeks later, and there were like we had nailed down this one name, and then like the next week we came up and it was like, nope, we're not doing that. We're just changing it. We're going like straight forward. Like this is what we are. Why not just call us what we are? The women.
Yes. No, it was wild because I think our original name was Warriors on both sides of the fence post or the fence line.
Something
and it was so long and it was a tongue tie. I mean, it was a cool name, but like no one was going to even remember us. Like them women over there, them Warriors or something, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. It's
and
like
then
cut and dry.
Right? And then Ashley Roth jumped in and said, why are y'all making this harder than it is? And I'm like,
keep it simple.
Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. Thank you, Ashley. So she named us Women of FWA. It's clear, it's precise. Like, man, she's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very glad.
It's some logic.
That's so crazy. And then from there, like, we started networking, right? Like, we were planning the show, but like, man, the support, I think that's where it really is for all of us. Like, I'm having a really hard February, but January was an absolute killer for me. Like, all-time lows. Now, like, I'm on path to make up for January, but like everybody was talking about like how hard January was, but I had some really great bids out there, right? Some really great, quotes. And I was thinking, okay, well, these are going to catch up. Well, they're catching up now. We're halfway through the month and probably 2/3 of the way through the month, right? But like, how are things going for you guys?
It's just been, this off season has just been so slow. I mean, I've talked about it with you guys on and off this like entire winter, but we're finally starting to, I think Chloe put a post out there the other day, like we had gotten more bids in 1 week than we had the last 6 weeks combined, So it's like people are calling now that it's getting warmer outside, depending on where you're at, but it's getting warmer here. It's going to be in the 60s this week for February. It's crazy. People are getting that itch to start getting their stuff redone and everything like that. But hopefully we get some like hard biters here soon because I'm bored. Need something to do.
Yeah, for us, it has definitely been the slowest month I've experienced in many years. I mean, it's scary. Because like Baylee says, we had a bunch of bids out there, just nobody going ahead with them. And projects that were just kind of stuck, people saying, we're going to go ahead with it, but just not truly going ahead with it.
Yep.
And I think February has started off a little bit better. We're finally starting to see some projects come through. Some projects go through the building department and getting approvals on them. So hopefully we kick ass this March.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like if I hadn't had you guys and all the support on Facebook from all the other women of FWA, like I think it would have been harder.
Oh yeah.
Like I think what we have all created here and continues to grow and evolve is just super special and like a safe place. Like you can sit with us, but like not only can you sit with us, like you can actually talk to us. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I get phone calls at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, you know, people who just want to vent. Like I can't fix their problems. You can't fix my problems. But like sometimes you just need to talk to somebody who, you know, is outside of the situation. Somebody who can say like, you know, like I called Heather today. She's like, I'll tell you when you're wrong, Susan. I'm like, thank you. I need somebody to genuinely tell me when I'm wrong and then tell me when I'm right too. You know what I mean? Like I need that too. Like, so like, I love you guys.
A whole big community. We love it.
But yeah, like because of that, like I've been able to really network and meet women all across the United States. Different manufacturers, different distributors, different fence owners, installers, gate operator installers. Like that has been amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
it really has been for me too. Honestly, I was the type that I would never come on one of these lives. Like, no. I'm the one behind the scenes, you know, I'll work in the office nonstop. Early morning till end of the night. It doesn't matter. I'll stay till 8, 9, 10 o'clock, but I would never do one of these lives. So it's really allowed me to get out of my comfort zone for sure.
I love it. Yep.
Yeah. She's like the shyest person I've ever met. I like walked up to her and hugged her. She's like, "Hi, I don't know you."
Yeah.
Like, but we do know each other.
Yeah. I'm like a very like self-proclaimed like really big introvert, and so before I started doing anything like this, I was the same way you do. Like I don't think that I'm not good with words. Never been good with words. That's why I build a fence for a living, right? You know what I mean? But having like these ladies like want to like reach out and talk, I say these ladies because I'm mainly referring to like our little women's only Facebook group that I love so much when people like post questions or anything, you know what I mean, just to talk or to ask questions in our own group or whatever, but it feels good. Yeah.
It does. Aw, you guys, for us to be able to see who makes the really sweet comments, like you guys are so awesome, you need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give Facebook or StreamYard permission to post your name on Facebook so that, you know, we can say thank you, Facebook user.
But thank you, Facebook user.
Yes. So, yeah, I think this is a great group. We had a lot of people in our last meeting, a lot of people with great content that they're going to bring to the industry. You started seeing new faces this month, and you'll continue to see more and more new faces as we continue to grow, and maybe even have a puppy or two to go live with us.
Bring them to Las Vegas.
God, yeah.
So, and I'm pretty sure the South Point is pet friendly, by the way, Baylee.
Yeah, getting him on the airplane is a different story.
Ooh. Yeah. He needs his own seat times too, huh?
Because he always wants to be in the chair with us whenever we're in the chair, so it's a special thing. Anyway.
Have y'all taken him on an airplane before?
No.
Okay.
Never. I don't know how that would even happen. Oh God, that would be something. Well, we have 4 too, so if you got to take one, then you got to take all. Then it's a whole big thing. So it's super fun figuring out how to travel.
So, okay. Well, I mean, Baylee, do you know that we have like a whole plethora of member benefits with the Fence Workers Association?
I know that we have them, but I have not delved into details too much other than I know that we have like the blanket stuff like FWA health I see everyone talks about all the time, but I haven't actually delved into specifics on them.
Well, let's talk about FWA health for a minute. I'm a huge fan. What this is it's got different levels, but the very basic minimum level gets you the bare minimum of health insurance you need for tax purposes. Mm-hmm. But it covers female health. It covers telemed appointments. What else, Yardia?
It covers like sort of some certain types of medications. The telehealth you could do via that TV thing.
annual visits.
Yes.
And what's great about it is like, open enrollment is every single month. So it doesn't have to happen in like October, November, December, like you're traditionally used to with the company. It closes on like the 15th of every month, and then, the 19th of every month. If you call after the 19th, you can now set up your health insurance again for the following month.
Hell yeah.
So like that's super awesome and super convenient. We have a lot of members using it who are excited about it and have actually used the health insurance. So that's one of my absolute favorite benefits out there. So yeah, definitely check it out. FWAhealth.com.
We have more coming. We're working with a lot of different ideas and with a lot of different people to get more resources to our members. But one of my favorite, I can tell you, as somebody who runs a fence company and who's dealing with employees and forms and HR and all that good stuff, I can tell you that the forms on our site are there for you to use. So join FWA.com, become a member for free, and take advantage of all of the forms that are on there, which are sales order forms, gate forms, screen order forms, different catalogs for different types of fence to build. Just a ton of forms that are on there that have helped us throughout the years. So
yes, the Laura letters on there. They're also posted on womenfwa.com as well. So yeah, I sat there and like uploaded them. I'm sorry they're not pretty, but they're there and they can be printed.
That is the important part.
If you haven't seen our website, or if you haven't been in there in a while, that thing is constantly changing. Like I went on there, I think yesterday, and I'm like, where did this come from? So if you were there a year ago or 6 months ago, get on there again, because there's a ton more information on there.
Oh yeah. And then we have our Lowe's MVP Pro account. I've actually utilized this several times. I like to do it through the app on my phone, but I can also use it in the store. What I like about it is, like, let's say you are bidding a larger job, you can actually send the job to bid through Lowe's, and they will even bid it at a different rate because it is, a lot of product at the same time. But like I've bought like cement in there, gravel. I've bought a refrigerator, a washer and dryer. And it was better than my military discount through Lowe's. So that is an easy to use, no cost to you. Again, FWA membership is free. If you are a member of Women of FWA through our website, you qualify for the exact same benefits because we are the same association. We are just a subgroup. So if you need that information, just reach out to me. Usually when you sign up for the membership, you get an email with all your benefits immediately and how to access them. But you never know. Sometimes these things go to spam. So yeah, Lowe's MVP Pro account.
If you're having any trouble logging in at all, because it's happened to me sometimes too, please reach out to any one of us in the Women of FWA group, or as well as on Facebook with the Fence Industry Only group. Anybody there will be able to help you get access to it.
Yeah, we just want to help you guys. Baylee, do you know about any of our other discounts?
We mentioned Boot Barn earlier. Miss Ma'am, you said you had some personal experience with that too.
I love me some Boot Barn, y'all. Yes.
I got this in the mail.
Yes.
And it is a $30 rewards. Just come in and get $30 off. So I'm excited. I'm saving it.
How much do y'all spend to get that? I only got a calendar, which I have used, by the way.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Well, we sometimes buy some of our goodies giveaways for Christmas and stuff. So, but boots for,
Yes, I bought hats.
A lot of the jackets and stuff that we gave away at the Christmas party and stuff. We'll buy them through there. So
nice.
That's why.
Yo, Baylee, when you go to Vegas, if you have the opportunity to go to the Boot Barn in Vegas, like I'm so jealous of them. It's 2 stores. Jeez. And they're like the size of Walmart's, both of them.
Yes.
And one is just the workwear store and the other one is like the fashion store. Like me and Yadira probably spent 2 hours in there trying on boots, having my hat shaped, like picking out outfits that we believed we needed at that moment.
Right. Yeah, it sounds dangerous, honestly.
It really was.
Baylee, every single time you go in there, it's dangerous.
Oh God, that's funny. Jesus.
So yes, I love me some Boot Barn, like seriously. Like the one here in Baton Rouge is like tiny, and they have to like you would think by now they know me. That's how much I'm there, and you would think by now they would know how to look up the FWA member discount and everything. Like like I've never heard of that. And I'm like, well, look it up again.
There, promise.
And they're like, oh, you're right, scam. What else we got, Yadira?
What else? We know that we've been talking about it for a while, but we know that we have the retirement accounts coming in for as a member benefit. I know it's coming. We're just kind of finalizing the details. Hopefully, like we said, this week.
It's early next week. We go into the final meeting for a pooled 401k for members. A while back, I started seeing posts of people trying to sell their funds companies. They didn't have a 401k. They had no retirement plans. That was their retirement plan, to sell their company. And like me and Yadira were talking today, and I'm like, if you were to sell your funds company today, like what would you be selling? She's like, what'd you say?
Some depreciated equipment and whatever, money we'd have in the bank. But honestly, a fence company, it's really hard to sell it.
You're selling a name. That's it, right?
Their name. Yeah.
We wanted to bring something to the industry that, gave you a reason to find your end goal. You know what I mean?
For sure. So we want to make sure that we take care of everybody, small companies, little, big companies, small people like ourselves that sometimes, small people like our fence company that sometimes doesn't have retirements or retirement accounts, that it doesn't know how to do it.
Right.
So it's hard when you don't know anything about retirement accounts or 401ks or anything. Like, you just don't do it. You go out there and you work and you bring in a deposit for a job, and then you bring the balance in, and then you get on the cycle. Meanwhile, the years go by and you're like, how come I didn't implement this 401k into my company 8 years ago, 10 years ago?
Well, after doing the research, I'm really finding, and this is what's taken us so long, is that a lot of these 401ks are not meant for small companies. So when Brian and I started on the path of like the investigation, like we realized like the smallest company that a lot of these 401ks can accommodate is 5 to 10 employees. And that's still not good enough to us. You know what I mean? So we found someone who has worked with associations, who has worked with small businesses, who wants to bring value to your companies, Baylee, who will let you at 24. How old are you?
20. I turned 26 last week.
You're a liar. You're 24-year-old ass. To be a millionaire, by the time you retire, at a very low cost, you know what I mean? And what's really awesome is like the way it's set up, like the administrator is going to take care of 90% of your paperwork for you. The finance company that we're using, the financial advising company that we're using, can help you choose where to put your money and stuff like that, and help you understand your state laws. So like, man. Wow. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, that sounds like a life changer. You know what I mean?
It's going to be definitely for our smaller fence companies like us that don't have access to the 401ks.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you and Colby sitting on a beach in your early 60s, having margaritas?
Sounds like a dream, honestly, but maybe not a dream anymore. It's going to be a reality with this.
It's going to be a reality.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. And then, of course, we have ADP discounts. Baylee asked me what
I said. What's ADP? Yep.
Which is payroll. So it's different for every company. Some companies use it, some don't. But what's great is if you're already using ADP, like it doesn't have to be a brand new account with them. You can transition your current account under the FWA member benefit and receive the discounts. I believe actually ADP is going to be doing a presentation for the women of FWA in our next meeting. It's going to be about 5 to 10 minutes long and kind of go over like what they do, because they offer more than payroll services. I know that. I just don't know the plethora of what they can do. So I figure if we give them a small platform to speak on and help educate us all, that we can all grow together, right?
Very cool.
And that was on the 27th, right?
Girl, you're asking me dates? Hold
That's
up.
my job.
ADP, no, the next Women of FWA meeting is the 14th, right?
Yeah, in March.
Okay.
Right?
March 14th.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm excited about that. They're actually really interested in getting more involved with us as well. As far as like, what they offer, we're sticking to fence and gate people for right now. When we start letting in, payroll services, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where the industry's going now, right?
God.
And then my next favorite benefit, I was just in Vegas for the first course offered by the French University, which was Gate Opener Quick Start. What an absolutely amazing success that was. Being a member, you do get a discount for signing up for those courses. The website is fenchuniversity.com, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yes. Man, Michael Brooks is a daggum beast. Like, don't tell him I said that. I need to keep him humble. But, like, straight up, that guy talked for 16 hours straight, kept these guys going on task. They were terminating, things.
His level of knowledge is insane.
Terminating circuits and showing you how this connects to this and how to test it with a thingy mabobber and like what the little circles mean on the thingy mabobber. Like,
nice.
So remember I said I'm going to take that class. Well, I was listening to it from my office, and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not in that class because
That's true.
just kind of
Yeah.
even Brian stepped in at one point and did a little bit of educating. I told everybody in the class not to get used to that. The guy can't hold still long enough to teach a class, much less listen to a class. So, but he stepped in and helped out some. Like, it was absolutely amazing. We had some great sponsors for that event. Obviously, Southwest Automated Security, which is my people, love them a lot. Automatic, fencematerials.com. Who else? BD Loops, US Automatic. And then our next class, like, we have even more products coming. Like, you saw Brian on Facebook mounting some cell gates, some Ascents.
It's coming. A lot of education. Lot.
Love to hear.
Hands-on education. Yes. Like, we're not sitting you in front of a book and asking you to read it, and then we're not going to like read that book back to you. Good. Yes, you are going to have pamphlets and books, but that's more to keep us on task for what we're discussing and for you to study on your own.
And not just on a gate operator side, we're talking also hands-on training for building fence,
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to learn how to install, some of our women want to learn how to install.
Fun.
There.
So I don't know if you know this, Yadira, but we did ask the property, South Point, because that's where the fence show is going to be, if maybe we could build some fence around where the demo days is going to be. So we're waiting to find out if they're just going to let us do it. You know what I mean? And basically, I mean, you'd have a whole class built around that. I mean, from what I understand, you'll have a lot of rocks where you live. So like, it should be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very interesting for sure. For somebody who's never dug a hole in Las Vegas, you'll see the ground conditions. Ground conditions are horrible. I don't know how he's going to do it out there.
So. Sounds like a challenge. Sounds fun.
Listen to Baylee.
Baylee's like, I'm there.
Yeah. Yes. With my hands, I have a really great time with it.
Well, that being said, Baylee, I know Michael Brooks put a post out there saying, you know, are there any women out there who would like to help with training and educate on some courses and some processes and best practices? Like, you know, I don't know anybody better than Badass Baylee.
I'm sure there are people better, but I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll jump in wherever I need to, but
there you go. I love it. I love it so much, you guys.
Well, that leads us into the fence show. The education is going to be grand. I can tell you that at the fence show. So along with that comes the demo days at the fence show. I know that there's an entire separate committee that's getting in charge of the demo days, and I'm not entirely who.
Colby's on it.
Sean King and Colby are both ambassadors for demo days, along with, I want to say, around 8 or 9 other people. I know that they're doing meetings pretty regularly. They're jumping in feet first. Like, Baylee, if you have an opportunity for the two of you to come down to Vegas before the fence show, like, let me know. Like, I'm on a plane, because we went out. Yadira and Brian brought me to the property and to where the demo days is going to be, and I am just absolutely in awe with what we have at our fingertips to be able to pretty much do whatever we want. Like, I'm so excited.
From what Colby's told me about their meetings, they like dove in like head first, trying to, get everything put together. And from what he's told me, it's going to be really cool. Like, super great opportunities for people to put their hands on fence materials that maybe they've never put their hands on before, like certain vendors and everything like that. That, like, you don't always, like, it's not your standard wood privacy or chain link. It's like some of these specialty items. So I'm really excited for it.
I'm super stoked. I'm stoked that, like, people like Colby, like, have an input and a say in it. You know what I mean? He's touching dirt every single day. Like, he really knows what's needed and what's missing and what a small company needs and even what a large company needs. You know what I mean? So
exactly. And to, like, get the opportunity to, like, test drive these things before you commit to it, that's what's super important here, I think.
Exactly. And we're hoping to get, like, all the tools and equipment there. I mean, like we said, we've met a lot of people at World of Concrete and a lot of different tools who are so excited about what we're doing.
That's awesome.
So
yay. Maybe we should move, like, the women's cocktail hour out to the demo days area.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming we're having a cocktail hour. We really haven't started planning on the women's side yet. Like, I'm still trying to convince Brian we need a bigger booth, like, in the middle.
Well, we do. That's definitely great. It's gonna happen. I mean,
I think so too. I was there too. It looks like the show floor is really, like, starting to sell too. Like, through the holidays, I think it's normal for to not get a lot of phone calls and stuff like that. But, like, it was like as soon as the new year hit, like, people are reaching out all over town. Last time I saw it, like, we were probably 15 vendors less than what we were when I went 2 weeks ago. And then I think I got, like, 2 emails today, like maybe 3 of, like, brand new booth sales, like, from companies I've never heard of, awesome. Never seen before. Like, I'm pretty stoked about it. Like,
that's awesome.
And that's what our goal is, bring in new people, bring in new companies, bring in new vendors, new customers, new people to hang out with. Same thing that the Women of FWA stands for. So,
what up, Jody? You're the only name I get to see tonight. Everybody else is just a Facebook
users.
Even though we appreciate you all, I've got one that just says multimeter. I know what the thingy is. I imagine that's Michael Brooks making fun of me right now. Good evening with the thumbs up. I'm not sure. But I feel like we all know this is Josh Rand, right?
Aloha.
I mean, it has to be. Did you see that guy broke his own personal record on like deadlifting something or whatever, like the bar on the shoulder? Like, I thought his body was going to explode. Like, he had like 10 like of those round thingies on the bell. And the...
Yep. Squatting.
I'm not good with words either.
Yeah, I feel that.
Got a thumbs up. Aw, we think you're awesome too, Facebook user. And then this one's just blank. I wonder how you do that.
I don't know what happened there.
And yo. I love it. Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for, kind of answering the call of duty tonight because like I said, like I kind of dropped the ball with being on the road and so much, and I didn't pick up the phone and make a simple phone call to the sweetest Nikki Hage on planet Earth, which, by the way, I never met Nikki in real life. I ran into her at Fence Tech and we hugged each other like we knew each other. Like I literally like was like, and she's like, and like it was so sweet. Like that woman is just like an absolute plethora of knowledge, super sweet, super kind. Like, so she'll be here next week, and along with
Kim.
Thank you. I forgot already. I'm sorry. Discussing local networking and the value in it. So like, I'm excited to hear that because I know we all have our different ways, and hearing more ways and newer ways and better ways to grow our businesses is valuable. Anybody have one last comment before we close out tonight?
I think we covered it all.
Done almost on everything that.
Look at that. Taskmaster's here.
Yes.
Get it done. Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I start StreamYard and then start Instagram, do you think I need to end Instagram and then end StreamYard, or vice versa?
I don't think it matters.
Okay, I'm gonna end Instagram first. So I love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Okay, Instagram is over. And